What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Games for Life podcast, where each and every Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, or Monday, discussing all things games. I'm one of your hosts, Jerome. With me is Autis Fatis. What's going on, man?
Not that much. Having a good day. I gave blood. Uh, got some good food. A new Asian spot opened up. Like right by the hospital. So I was like, ooh. So I had a good lunch. Had a good lunch, and then I got myself some to-go shit for dinner. So it's been a good food day. A lot of good cookies. I'm coming up on 3 gallons. I'll hit 3 gallons. I think by July. I don't
3 gallons of
Blood.
cookies?
Blood. Yeah.
Oh. I'm like, are you saving for the next storm? Why are you
No,
saving
no.
3 gallons of cookies?
I th- no. I think in total I've donated like I'm getting close to donating like 8 gallons in total
Wow.
because blood places don't talk to each other. So if
Yeah.
like you donate like through Red Cross and this other place, this other place, this other place, it's like you start over from scratch. So because
Yeah.
I've moved so much, there's like 4 different entities that have my blood on a record somewhere. Like Red Cross, like where I grew up, that county's blood thing, then the Red Cross, and then this other county, and now where I live now. So in total, yeah, I'm coming up on I think like 8 gallons, give or take. But yeah, so every 8 donations is a gallon. I'm coming up. Yeah, today was like 19. Today was number 19 or 20 since I moved here.
Nice. Wow. Congratulations to you. Reminds me of Mr. Burns, where he's like, I traded off for a little more.
Yeah. When Mr. Burns has a physical, they try to get a blood sample and the needle just goes right through him. He's
It
like,
goes
oh,
through,
look at
it
that.
goes through
He's
his
like,
arm.
the doctor starts playing with it, like, huh, never seen that, never seen that before. Just and the needle goes right through him, and it's like, well, and then I love, sorry, Simpsons bit, when he tries to explain he has every disease ever, they're like jam packed in the door. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the doctor goes into like a fucking Three Stooges voice. Out of the way, klutz.
Crazy. Well, if you're watching this, hello. Of course, be sure to like and subscribe here. The channel here at G4L Podcast. That is the one-stop shop where Arthur does the gaming streams for what's coming out or just what he's playing in particular. Obviously, where we have these episodes and whatnot and everything else regarding the Gamers for Life. So if you prefer to just listen to the podcast or whatever it is, you go to linktree.com/Gamers for Life, the number 4, life, when you type that in the URL. That is a one-stop shop there. And here at the Games for Life podcast, we read the news where you can watch or listen to what you choose by clicking on the links to the time code within the description of the episode, so you can go to what segment that you prefer to listen to or watch, or you can just hang out with us here at the Games for Life podcast. And starting out, Arthur was a trooper, did an hour and a half stream, I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, of the wish list reveals, or the wish list games, some basically a bunch of bunch of indie games that
You're
are going to be
missing.
coming out here soon.
You're missing a zero. I did like no,
For
not an hour and a half. I did like 10.5 hours.
really? Oh, I just saw one. I saw one video. Then
Oh
I don't know.
no, no, I kept at it.
You did 10 hours on one stream. I didn't even know that was possible.
It was broken up into three. It was broken up to three.
Oh,
I
okay.
streamed, took a break, got breakfast, streamed, took a break, got dinner, and then went back to it.
Oh, wow.
That was the longest I've played my PC in one day since I bought it. Yeah.
Mm, Jesus.
No,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I do see this. Yeah, I was looking at one video.
yeah.
One was an hour and a half, and then the one before that was 5 hours. Wow. And then the one before that was 3 hours. Wow. And then after before that was Yakuza. Hell of a time, man. Well, hey,
Yeah. I
well,
was like, you're missing a zero. There's 1, 10.
so yeah, so I mean, without further ado, I mean, shit, the floor is yours. You played a lot of this shit, so kind of walk us through your experience on all these.
I'll start big, then work my way in. So, even though for years I've loved um, indie games are kind of a rarity. Um, on console compared to Steam. Like are there? It's indie and Xbox. There's indie and PlayStation. Yeah, that's like moving. That's like I don't know, fucking moving the Oxnard and be like, wow, this is a big city. There's a lot of people. And then you go to LA proper, and you're like, oh shit, this is a big fucking city. That's kind of what it's like. Again, not saying there's not indie on console, but since I've been able to move the PC, like I said, holy shit, there's just so many indie games. I stumbled across it. It was hard to figure out what was happening. No timeline. Apparently, Drill, there's this thing called the Level Up Expo. Okay, it happened in Vegas this past weekend. On the opening night of it was the Wishlisted Showcase. Of course, focusing on indie games to wishlist on Steam. So some games, of course, are coming to console. Some games are coming to Nintendo Switch. Yeah, but the two keyword baselines is Steam, indie. And there was a lot of good fucking games shown. And Drill, it's really disappointing that this showcase didn't get a lot more traction because they did what we haven't seen in a long time, which is they show gameplay, first of all, not just like the lore or like it's more of a AAA thing to describe a game, whereas indie you have to show. Like you have to show more, say less. And that's what happened a lot. And where I'm going with this, Cheryl, is a lot of the games did the old school E3 thing and like, oh, by the way, there's a demo available now. There's a demo available now. A demo is released today. A demo is releasing tomorrow. A demo is releasing now. And I was really impressed. And a lot of the games I looked at, I was like, holy shit, this looks kind of fun. This looks like my cup of tea. Had demos. So yeah, I picked like 7 of the demos. You sent me one. Well, you technically sent me 2, but one was mutual. In the end, I played 8 demos. Like I said, I played 8 demos. All were an hour and some change a pop. And again, before I get into details of the game, it just reinvigorated or truly opened my eyes, Drill, of like I said, holy shit, how many good games are on Steam. Because I still have the old head of me of like, well, there was the Xbox 360 arcade, and I'm like, some of those were barely legally games. Some of those were memes turned into a thing. Do you remember, Joe? Did you ever scroll through the old school Xbox 360 arcade section and look for all the games that are like $1 to $2? You got
back in the day, yeah.
You maybe got your money's worth. You're like, what the fuck is this? Like again, but some of the games were like they knew what they fucking were. Some of them was like a game where just like a llama walking through and just spit on people. Like you just spit. You know, that's the whole game. There's no health bar. There's no progress. You just spit. That was the whole fucking game. But yeah, man. So if anything, like I said, taking a step back, looking at this whole, like us, you know, you saw me putting in the group chat. Damn, dude. It's like as much as I did not give a shit about AAA games, I didn't know that bar can get lower. Because you can buy like think of how many indie games nowadays you can buy for the price of $170, $80 fucking game and $90 if you buy the fucking special edition, right? So the games that's kind of my other hole. Like it just like holy shit, I re-fell in love with indie. These are games I'm gonna spend hours in, Drill. Fucking hours, man. So with that, the games I played. I played The Wake, Big Dig, Ghost Vanguard, Vexlands, Rune Dice, Mecha Force, Arms of God, Mercy, Encore. The first 2 I played that I think you saw, The Wake and Big Dig. Big Dig is like a game where in the world it's all dogs, it's all animals, and the mayor of Dogsville is trying to become the governor, and he wants to build a highway across the state, but you have to dig out to get all the artifacts. It's fun. It's like literally a click. Like that's the game. It's a clicking game. Do you remember the game like Cookie Clicker Cookie, something like that? You just click a cookie a million fucking times, and that's the quote unquote gameplay. You're clicking. But it is one of those games, Joel, you can just shut your brain off and just fucking have at it. It's one of those brains. It's one of those games. Like I said, it's not gonna be like I'll be shocked, or if this is more than $30. Like $30 or less is fair. And there's kind of like a minimal tactic to it. There's a skill tree. There's level up. So it has enough of like that dopamine to be like, ooh, progress, that just keeps you going. And it's really funny. It kind of has a story because the demo ends on like a plot twist where you end up digging so much shit, you ruin this farmer's crops, and he gets kicked off his land. And all of a sudden, the mayor of Dogsville goes like, he has this evil face, and it's like, good, he's off the land. Keep it going. You're like, whoa, am I the bad guy? So I did not expect a story to the game. Looks really fun. Another game I played called The Wake. The Wake is you're on a raft in like a Cthulhu-esque. Do you remember the writer of Cthulhu? That super racist guy, but he wrote Cthulhu. Remember? It's like one of those names where once you hear it, you're like, oh, that fucking.
I know
guy.
there's a game called Cthulhu, but
no, but the actual writer that wrote the Cthulhu books. It's one of those like science fiction. It's like one of those science fiction names. Like once you hear it, you're like, oh, that thing. Like all the Eldritch horrors and shit. He wrote books on that. So it's that aesthetic, Cthulhu-esque vibes. A lot of purples, a lot of greens, a lot of shadows. The premise of the game is you wake up in this Cthulhu-esque world looking for your dad who went missing after a shipwreck like 18 years ago. This one loyal fucking kid. This is your dad. Her dad didn't go get a thing of milk. Her dad got lost on a shipwreck, and she's like, I'm gonna go find him. And I'm like, first of all, if your dad went missing on a shipwreck, think about the ocean. It's pretty big, so the odds that he sunk to the bottom, pretty fucking high. It's like the daughter of Amelia Earhart is like, no, I'm gonna find my mom. And I was like, okay, fuck, good luck. 18 years later, do you, boo? But that's kind of the story. The gameplay is you're on a raft and you fish, but that's how you fight. You have like fish attacks, like impale, net, ton of shit. It's really fun. I was talking to you before the pod. It has a twin stick shooter vibe. Like your left stick is driving the raft, so you're kind of like aiming the raft to be around the sharks and other fish because they want to attack the boat, but you can't let them attack the boat. Whereas your right stick and your buttons you're pressing are doing all the combos and attacks. So it's like you have to pay attention where the boat is, and plus it has like the boat style and things like left isn't left. No, like up is make the boat go. Like whatever way it's, you know what I mean? Whatever way the propeller's facing is up. So you just have to, like I said, kind of left brain, right brain in it. It's really fun. It's one of those games where I'll be on the fence on because you know me, Drill. You've played games with me where it's like, oh, lore talking. Skip, kill things now. So the combat's really fun, but my ratio of dialogue to combat's not what I like. But that's not this game. Like that, this game is like, hey, there's a story, there's fish people, shit's happening. Why is shit happening? Where's your dad? Or I'm just like, wow, this gameplay's really fun. I want more of it. Yeah, but you gotta learn where your dad went. Fuck my dad. I want to kill fish. So fun game. I'm gonna go into the one of the lesser games, the two lesser games, Drill. So I played 8 demos. 2 of the lesser ones for me. Mecha Force, the robot one. Did you see that one? It's like,
yeah, I do remember looking at that one.
Okay, that one, I think it needs to get a smidge polished. Its core gameplay is fun. I'm a simple man. Are you not entertained? This is one of the game where it's like pass, fail, pass. C plus pass, but C's get degrees. It's one of the games where you can like, it's pretty cool, Drill, because it's like, picture like Gundam, but like, you can do combos and shit with like your sword, but it's like, it's not fluid enough where you know you're doing a combo, you're kind of mashing. Yeah, there's a lot of shit in your screen, but other games there's a lot of shit in your screen, but you still know what's happening. I never found out if there's a block system, a parry system. It was kind of buggy. It's definitely very obviously a Japanese import or like a Japanese made first. The tutorial lady kept glitching out, and one thing would be in English, and you hit A to hit like the next dialogue thing, but part 2 is in Japanese. So I'm just like, cool. And but I think it could just get I think it could just get polished out a little bit. Like I said, just have visual indicators be like, hey, you did a combo. Hey, that was a parry. Hey, you dodged. It's like no matter what I did, I just always taking damage. So chaotic, but like chaotic to the point you don't know what's happening, which is not entirely great. Another one was Mercy in Core, not Encore, in Core.
Yeah.
That game, same thing. It's a hack and slash, meaning like if I were to describe the camera and combos, think like Devil May Cry. Not to that high pedigree, but style of gameplay. Same thing, a smidge of polish. It's like the tutorial, the way the tutorial set up, it's a little buggy. Like you walk up to a piece of light, kind of like Dark Souls. Remember Dark Souls? All those games have like a message on the ground, but it's like you walk up to it, and without prompting it, if you're a certain distance, this visual just plays in front of you. But it's like if you move to the side, well, you're supposed to watch it over here, so it went away. So you're like, wait, fuck, what does L2 plus X do? And you're like, it's like you're standing in place to like re-trigger the thing, but there's no visual indicator of where you have to stand to trigger the thing again. So like I said, just a little buggy. Plus, like I said, the combos and the combat like Mecha Force, it can get polished up a bit. Again, same thing. It's not bad. It's just one of those things where it's like, maybe it's on sale, enjoy it. I can definitely like it's a fun game. It has a cool thing to it. There's also a lot of audio things, Drill. This is really specific. Drill, do you remember in Skyrim? Do you remember the sound the Nin root would make? That glowing blue plant, like glowing blue plant. It was like had this
maybe
if you played well, what I'm saying is, but there were audio cues like that to nothing. So the game's like, go here, but you keep hearing shit over here. So you're spending time over here like, where the fuck do I go? I hear a thing. Turns out, ignore the thing. A wall is making a noise. It's just a weird audio cue, but you have to go over here. So, like I said...
okay, interesting.
Yeah, just little things like that.
Can be confusing.
Otherwise, I'm going to just list them off. Armors of God, Rune Dice, Vexlands, and Ghost Vanguard. Holy shit. I want those games. If I had to pick my top... I can't nail down my top 2, Drill, but my top 3 by far are Vexlands, Rune Dice, and Ghost Vanguard. Vexlands is like a Stardew Valley-like thing, so it's very relaxing, style, but there's still combat, there's mining, there's resources. Stardew Valley. But the progression system is pretty cool. Picture like a Settlers of Catan board. Like there's all these hexagon pieces, and you have to unlock all the hexagon pieces and connect them and find shit. So it's a little different how like the land works. The land only the map only grows as much as you grow it, but you kind of have to grow it to progress. I spent hours on that. Like I was playing it, but this way, Drill. At one point the demo froze, and I'm kind of the demo froze like 2 hours in, and I'm glad it did, because if it didn't, I would have spent hours farming that demo. Like if that demo was like, hey, kill the second dungeon boss, like Stardew Valley, like Minecraft, like Terraria. Well, you can kill the fucking boss whenever you want. I mean, you could just sit there and mine ore, get your wood, get your stone, farm and shit. Not the farming was really in the demo, but like all this stuff, right? I could have spent hours doing that. So I'm actually really glad the demo glitched, because I would have been stuck on that, dude. The last 2, Rune Dice and Ghost Vanguard. Drell, Rune Dice comes out, I think, May 19th. Day 1. I can't pre-order. I looked. I can't pre-order it. I'm buying it day 1. I am fucking hooked.
Nice.
I'm fucking hooked, dude. I was playing it on my lunch. I was playing a demo on my fucking lunch break. On my Steam Deck, by the way. So Rune Dice is... think of it like a deck building game. It's dice, but it's technically like a deck building game, right?
Dick building game?
Deck.
Oh, sorry. I had to be immature for a second.
I know. Yeah, right. It's like, so double-ended. No. You have dice, and it's hard to describe, but like, it's one of those things, Drill, where it's like dice, but with like the battle mechanic. It's like not dominoes, but like you want a number one die to hit number one die. You want a number two die to hit number three die, and it combos and they bounce and they combo. Like some rolls, Drill, I'll do like 2 damage if I fuck up. Then some rolls I usually average about like 10, but then some rolls I get like 55, and you're like, God damn! And check out the trailer for that. It's addicting, Joel. It's a roguelike, but with those roguelikes those perfectly balance difficulty with permanent buffs that follow you to kind of eventually make the runs easier. There's three characters in the demo. There's the rogue, the mage, and the warrior. They all have their own different special dice. And there's all these relics that give you passives. There's one for the rogue that's like you have a 25% chance that all of your initial dice are poison dice, which is so fun. There's just so much, man. And then Ghost Vanguard. You play Ghost Vanguard too. It's Castlevania. It's Castlevania with Dead Cells. The combat, it's just such a polished thing. Here, that's the thing, Drill. Playing Ghost Vanguard and playing Mercy Encore and then Mecha Force, seeing how like kind of polished and fledged out and like fucking smooth that is compared to some of the others, it kind of unfortunately hindered my opinion of them. It's like, wow, this prime rib's really good. Okay, next up, we have a bologna sandwich. It's like, okay, we've all been raised on bologna sandwiches. I'm not saying I grew too big for myself where I can't enjoy a fucking bologna sandwich. But if you give me the prime rib first and then ask me hey, put it next to a bologna sandwich. Sorry, I know bologna sandwich with chips and with Lay's chips and mayo hits really good after you've gone swimming. But your boy's an adult. I'm going prime rib. Ghost Vanguard. I'm actually disappointed, Drill doesn't have a date. It's supposed to be 2026. It's going to appear that they have said in the Steam page that they're going to give us some more info at like there's a spring showcase of something, so we're going to hear more about that at the spring showcase.
Nice.
So
yeah, that was fun. I really enjoyed playing that. I was like, oh shit, this is okay.
This
is fun.
Crazy. The music, everything about it, man. Like I said, Ghost Vanguard. It's it reminded me of that one game like on Xbox, like Ninja Strider, something like that one guy from the Marvel's Capcom series. But like I said, it's like Castlevania, Metroidvania, that Hollow Knight, Ori and the Blind Forest type of game. But it's so good, man. It's so good. The rune mechanics, the perfect evade. And Joel, I think you would agree. Like any game, it's hard to master but easy to learn. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
You can pick up the dodge pretty good. You can pick up the block pretty good. But here's the thing: it's gonna take a little bit of practice to get a perfect dodge. It's gonna take a little bit of practice to get a perfect block. You know what I mean? But dude, I don't know about you, but I did play enough. Again, I played that on my lunch today, on my Steam Deck. Yeah, when you start getting better at those perfect dodges, holy shit, it's so rewarding, man. It's so fucking rewarding to be like, because there's different like it's also roguelike. So unlike Ori in the Blind Forest, that's has a story. Hollow Knight, that's a story. This is a roguelike, so it's more like Dead Cells, in terms of mechanics. But dude, one time I got like a run where I had an all fire build, and every time I did a perfect evade, I would just drop a fireball. I killed both bosses with that. I killed the boss in the first dungeon and the second dungeon. There's only 2 dungeons in the demo. Go play it. I killed them both with that. So I could go on forever, but honestly, man, I kind of recommend all of them. If I had to go top-down list, Ghost Vanguard and Ruined Ice. It depends what I'm looking for. Like if I want that quick action, bam, but I'm going Ghost Vanguard. If I want more of a tactical roguelike, I'm going Rune Dice. If I want the shut my brain off and play a Stardew Valley like game, I can play hours Vexlands. But like I said, man, either way, man, between indie and all the games this year, the new IPs that are out now, the new IPs that are getting made in indie, the new IPs are still on the horizon, like Soros coming to PlayStation. It's good times, man. This is a crazy good year for new IPs, and I'm really good. A lot of indie games are putting their foot in the door. Now, one's not a new IP. We talked about this before, but like Slay the Spire 2. You know what I mean? Like that's just another thing that like solidified. Holy shit! I know PC gaming is expensive to get into. I know the Steam Decks are kind of like where consoles were during the pandemic, where they're expensive and hard to get. But if you have a chance, you catch a good sale, highly recommend getting the PC gaming just for this indie scene.
Yeah.
It's like the floodgates open when it comes to indie when you go from console to Steam. That was a lot, but
yeah,
that was like most of my weekend.
That's awesome, man. No, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some footage from your stream for those games that you talked about and put them into the show. Because might as well use our own footage, right? So definitely I'm going to add that because you spent a hell of a lot of time doing all that. So definitely want to put that into the show, just add context and people to take a look at the gameplay, that you did. So.
I'm considering going back. I mean, if you help, I haven't done that yet. I haven't done this yet on YouTube. Hoping it's easy. Add timestamps. Because in one of the streams I played like 4 demos, so it's like this like 1 hour here, hour 2 here, hour 3 there.
Yeah, add it in the description. Absolutely. Yeah, I was gonna say too. This is my Odin 2 Portal, so it's an Android gaming device.
I like it.
Yeah, I love this thing, and the cool thing about Android gaming is that there's actually apps for PC emulation. Ooh. So I can play like the game that I was telling you about, recommending to play. I played it on this. Like I was able to connect to my Steam account and play on this.
We both played an indie Steam game on our handheld. Hell yeah, man. Keep talking up. I'm going to grab something. 1 sec. Keep going.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, so I mean, that's one of the benefits of PC emulation. And then I would say and then when it comes to these indie games, that are out for Steam, is that you can get something like Odin 2 Portal. And this is game native, specifically this application where you can log into your Steam account and then you can actually play Steam games natively. It's not streaming, it's natively. They actually download to your console and you can actually play them. And the cloud saves sync up too. So if I play on this, I want to continue on Steam Deck or on my computer and continue where I left off, which is really, really awesome.
Dude, 3 years ago, Xbox was acting like cloud save files was hot shit. And then now it's like, nah, that's basics.
Yeah. So I mean, and I think one other option too, given that, is sorry about the noise, is if someone was looking to get into playing some of these PC indie games, you could get something like a Retroid Pocket 6, which is like $244, I think, maybe $270 or $280 after shipping. And you can use that and Game Native to log into your Steam account and to play those games, so you can buy them on Steam, right? So use the Steam app, buy them on your phone, and then you can actually play them on a device like the Retroid Pocket 6, because that one has enough power to play, indie games and a little more, but it's going to have all the specifications really needed to do that, just because of the technology with Game Native. That's one way to get into indie PC gaming is via Android as well. So pretty awesome stuff. Any lasting kind of thoughts on the wish list stuff?
Al, just real quick, you can show me yours, I'll show you mine. Steam Deck. You know what's funny, Gerald? You can't see it. I don't know if it'll come up in camera. It's not focusing. My grips, the not the case, but the thumb grips, Skull Candy.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Very nice. That beautiful OLED screen there.
Yep. But
Yeah, man. I'm thinking about getting a Steam Deck again just to have it. But a fucking OLED screen Steam Deck is like fucking ridiculous right now. But what I'm hoping is that the May the 4th be with you for the Steam controller is coming out the May 4th. I'm hoping that they have refurbished Steam Decks available to purchase as well that day. That's my theory.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so
I
if
thought
I
with
were
your
to count the
smile-
controller and a Steam Deck,
I thought with your smile, it'd be like, I hope my buddy Arthur here gets fucking bored and just gives it to me.
I hope.
Which, to be
he'll
fair,
let me use it.
I did put that scenario on the table because it's just like I said. I don't know about you. It's just one of those things where like I can go like a month, maybe two, without playing it, and then like something happens. It's like hyperfixation, right? It's like I can go forever without listening to an album. All of a sudden, bam, I'm just blasting, Graduation album all day, and then go another 6 months while I listen to it. I can go a few months without playing the Steam Deck, and then something happens, and I'm like, oh, I'm just like literally me laying on my couch, just fucking dodge.
Yeah, man. Hey, you're enjoying the. Yeah, I mean that's really the beauty of the Steam Deck, to being able to do stuff like that, man, on the couch or whatever. So, yeah, man. Obviously, the offer is on the table if we decide to get to that point. But in general, yeah, I'm glad you're loving it. In general, regardless of how much you're playing it. So
yeah, and real quick, Drill too. It's really fun also too having this, at least the Steam Deck specifically, because I feel like at launch I'll contribute to the community, because at launch, or like depending on the game, as you know, Steam, like most things, say what they're compatible on: PlayStation controller, Xbox controller, whatever, joystick for flight games. So for games that have like a question mark, like we don't know if this is compatible on the Steam Deck, and you're playing on the Steam Deck, they're like, hey, give us your feedback. With that being said, of all the demos I played, I've only played 2 on the Steam Deck. I played Rune Dice and Ghost Vanguard. Even though on the Steam store right now, the Rune Dice says question mark compatible, but in the actual like community posts by the actual developers, they've said it runs well on the Steam Deck. I played it, confirmed. The only asterisk, Drill, by the way, this is like the most common thing. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but if you scroll through compatibility, like controllers, there's green means 1-for-1, play the fucking Steam Deck. Yellow means you can play it, but something's off. The number one reason to get a yellow icon on compatibility for the Steam Deck, fonts are a little smaller than you would like. But what happens when the screen's this big compared to a fucking monitor?
Right.
So that's the only thing I think for Rune Dice, same thing. It's like the font's a little small. But otherwise for Ghost Vanguard, no. Ghost Vanguard was great. I'm old. I need big fonts. But no, so I played Rune Dice, and like the developer said, plays fine on the Steam Deck. Ghost Vanguard has a question mark. I didn't see if there's an actual post from the developer, but I can confirm, and from you playing it too, we can both confirm Ghost Vanguard on mobile or like portable gaming handheld runs fine. So either way, man. Either way, I was playing group chat like, dude, I didn't think it was possible to like indie more. It's like, Joe, it's like saying I love cheese, and then someone saying, yeah, melted cheese is great, and I'm like, wait, you can melt cheese, and then you didn't think you could like cheese anymore, and then you have melted cheese, and you're like, oh my god, this is a whole other world. That's what it's like. What it's like for me this weekend, thinking I've enjoyed gaming on console, to now truly experience it on Steam, coming from an entire fucking showcase focused around it. So so great.
Awesome.
So great times for indie, great time for Steam. Wonderful showcase.
Yeah, man.
One more rant before we move on, Joe, because I need to hit the next topic. One more rant. Whoever the fuck put on that showcase, make it more available. I've still yet to find the raw showcase YouTube video. I've still yet to fucking find it. No one has it. I've still only found like YouTubers reacting to it. I've yet to find just an original IGN, Kotaku, fucking Game Informer, any video on YouTube.
Yeah, somebody like Jeff Keighley, for Christ's sake, somebody.
Just a showcase. I will say this was its first year. I'm looking forward to next year, man. Like this was fun. I didn't even know it was happening. So Wishlisted Showcase, check it out. Highly recommend it.
Yeah, kudos to you for finding that. I think there's a ad for it. Well, obviously there's ad for it on the, like if you go to Steam or whatever or what have you. But yeah, to your point, as far as like the people just kind of like broadcasting it and like, you know, putting it on their channels, like yeah, it was very. If it wasn't a YouTuber, like you probably wouldn't be able to find it. So kudos to you finding that. And then definitely kudos to you playing those games and stuff too. Like I said, you know, if you're watching this show right now, you're seeing the footage as Arthur's talking about those games too. So, good shit. So, oh, and then also really quick before we transition, I want you to play Replaced. I think there's a demo for it for free. That game's fucking awesome. Like I can't wait. Like I almost don't want to beat it too fast, but I was like, this is so good.
Girl, I'm installing it now.
Yes, yeah, that
I feel like
game
there should be a new
it's
tradition.
so good.
I feel like there should be a new tradition. We both have our handhelds just on deck while we're talking about like a new game came out. Really? Download it again right now.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Replaced is so good. Definitely gonna be it's gonna be in the conversation for one of the best games this year.
2 gigs just downloaded. 2 gigs just downloaded in those like 30 seconds.
That's awesome, bro. Well, yeah, your shit has Wi-Fi 6E, so definitely, yeah, you got that fast internet on that one.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, and your internet in general is crazy. But yeah, and then another one. I know you kind of took the reins on this segment. But I'm gonna have you take the reins on this one too because you brought it up and a good conversation for us to have as well. You said that the average gamer age is around our age, it appears, and you kind of shared a really neat article kind of detailing that. But yeah, the floor is yours on that one.
Yeah, so we're not only just old men yelling at clouds, we're the most common old men yelling at clouds.
Right.
Fuckers. It's like, hey, do you want to know who has the most sway on the free hands of the market? Not the Fortnite kids, us.
Right, our generation, it appears. Yeah, that's hilarious.
The dads,
awesome.
The unks, old heads, that's us. If you grew up on VHS, you're the most common age for gaming. Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. Rewind, motherfucker. Yeah.
But I think, no, but I you know, and this isn't just like, you know, fucking like, you know, ageist pride, like, yeah, we're the best generation, suck it. No, but because a lot of things we talk about and we've warned about, we've predicted, and the list just keeps getting massive. There's humility and there's facts. We've called a lot of shit. But to be fair, it's not like we're Nostradamus. The writing's on the wall. Not to everyone. Not to everyone. What do you mean? That Call of Duty reveal trailer at the Xbox showcase was like the best ever. So like I said,
I remember someone was arguing with me on my channel. There was like, this is an Xbox, bro. This is an Xbox, and then they just removed the whole Xbox campaign. I'm like, you were saying, you fucking idiot, you shill.
Yeah, like I said, it's you know, it's not like we're fucking Nostradamus with insiders. No, we just have a full ass job, and it's like, oh, there's rain clouds. Oh, it's gonna rain.
Playing games for over 20 years.
Yeah,
I know a thing or two about a thing or two.
It just feels, like I said, just feels weird to be like, hey, there's rain clouds over there. It's gonna rain. No, it's not. You fucking boomer. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna sign your umbrella. You look like a fucking moron with umbrella. You know what else I look like? Fucking dry. and so where I'm going with that rant is, I hope this gets more traction because, look, I'm not saying there's a little bit of right and wrong. Or like, if not right now, not like the best way, Joe, but there's better and not so good. Meaning, like a lot of these industry norms have been chasing trends that are quickly dying out. Like I said, Fortnite, they're raising price of V-Bucks, they're losing players. All these top selling games within the past 3 to 5 years, they're single player, cooperative based games. You know, they're not, and you know, and again, this is semantics, but like the difference between live service and an online game is like, hey, I'm gonna hop online and play with my buddy. I'm gonna play Remnant 2. I'm gonna play Elder, you know, I'm gonna say Elder Scrolls. I'm gonna play Elden Ring, right? Like, yeah, that's live and it's online, it's live service. No. Live service is these gotcha games, loot boxes, battle passes, and all this daily shit, weekly shit to get you hooked on it and to play their game only. That's live service. You know, clearly, not only the industry, the market, the customer basis is moving away from it. This is like it's a running joke. Like even before Concord, we called this out. Day one, we saw gameplay. Rocksteady's Suicide Squad Kill Justice League. We're like, that game's gonna die. No, man, it's WB Games. It's Rocksteady. They'll be there forever. WB is getting fucking sold.
Right.
Nothing is permanent. Sorry, like our son, spoiler, at some point it's gonna go supernova and kill everything. But that's the young kid's problem. We'll be dead. But where I'm going with this, I'm saying is, I kind of like, selfishly, biasedly, like that we're the common age for the gamer, the common age of gamers, because I'm hoping, Drill, that the free hand of the market starts grabbing and picking up what consumers truly want. Not what corporates are telling us what we should want, but what our wallets are saying we actually want. Like again, Drill, Slay the Spire 2, an indie cooperative deck building game, had a massive fucking release, right? Look at Windrose. And like I said, Hogwarts Legacy, yeah, it's a massive IP, it's Hogwarts, but it's top selling game in 2023, even with a fucking boycott. You know what I mean? And so I'm just happy that we can officially say what we felt of, like, who is this for? Who is this for? Who is this for? Now we can say that the data is there. This is for actually the niche. This is actually for the lesser. Remove the age from it. If you take any industry that's aiming towards the lesser of the pie chart of paying customers, ignoring the majority of the pie chart of paying customers, then don't be surprised when you see like Slay the Spire 2, when you see Windrose, when you see Arc Raiders pulling numbers higher than Call of Duty, a number that should get talked about way more than it should. So I'm just interested to see what this means for gaming 5 to 7 years from now. The reason I say that is because, as we know, games are pumped out every year. It's not like, oh, the average gamer is 36. That means, bam, a new game's going to come out 6 months from now just because this new study ends to be just for us. No. As always, the fruits of this labor, or, you know, like we say, you know, you plant the seeds now, they're not going to bear fruit for another 5 to 7 years. That's the rough time frame of modern gaming. Even varied even more with indie. So, like I said, I just hope that the hope is we're slowly moving away from the failure that is live service cash grab bullshit. Hey, Fair Games, looking at you. And we start to see quality over quantity, because that's what we're seeing. We're seeing, fuck it, here's a game that's barely legally a game, but if they pay for our loot boxes, they pay for our season passes, they pay for our cosmetics, they pay for the seasons, they pay for the characters. Who gives a shit? The game's fun, we're making money, blah, 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 blah. Rocksteady's dead, Concord's dead, Highguard's dead, Fair Games is already dead upon arrival. So I don't know. I'm just looking forward to see what what the next trend may be, knowing studies like this are coming out.
Yeah, man. I think it's interesting as far as for the average gamer age to be, you know, around our age, and I think it just speaks to the demand of gamers our age wanting games that are actually real games and not just gotcha games, you know. And that's what is great about, you know, the indie scene. You know, you have groups of people that they not only love playing games, but you have really talented developers that are making games that people want to play, like real games, you know, with real great experiences. And I just hope for that for the, you know, the next 10, 20 years, you know, for that to be for the generation, you know, the younger generation to get into that and to get exposed to real fucking games, not just this, you know, like there's a statistic showing that, you know, the previous generation, they don't use controllers. Like they just use tablet touchscreen stuff. You know what I mean? Like all like the Fortnite and all the crazy stuff. Like a lot of those kids, they don't fuck with controllers. They're doing this. You know what I mean?
It's even worse than that. Like Subway Runner. You know, the video you see amongst YouTube shorts and all the Instagram reels because God forbid you have to pay attention to one fucking thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that game, there's a reason that's like in those videos. It's because it has a crazy high number of players, not just like just bep on your fucking tablet or phone.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's just, yeah, I would like to see this cascade over, you know, to the younger generation getting exposed to these, like, I don't say real games, but real games.
Put this way, games you can't find when scrolling through Netflix or fucking YouTube. Like,
yeah,
Subway Runner is like literally just a YouTube screen shit. Like, I say like you could shut your brain off for Vexlands. That's actually not true. You can put your brain in first gear. You can actually turn your brain off. Like, you know, take the keys out, go inside the home, leave, like Homer's brain. I'm leaving. Footstep.
Yeah, you can stay here, but I'm leaving.
Yeah, that's where they're at with this new shit. You know what I mean? Like you're right. Like they're not playing games. They're playing apps. They're playing mobile ads. Like, oh, I'm Subway Runner. Like fine. Like, okay, what's next for you? The challenge of Candy Crush.
Yeah, like games that don't require you to be online or that they have to you know, take your data, you know what I mean, and like collect your information. Like just a game that's really fucking good, you know what I mean, and just that can give you just that experience, you know. So and that's the beauty too of before I get off my old soapbox, it's just like the retro games, you know, the retro handheld community, you know, just kind of keeping that stuff alive. And like, you know, they'll have like monthly game, like monthly things where it's like, oh, like we're going to play this game this month or this game this month or whatever, you know. Joey from Joey Retro Handhelds, you know, he was talking about how he was playing Xenogears on PlayStation 1. It was like, it's such a good game. And I was like, yo, I haven't played Xenogears. Like, that's crazy. So I think I'm going to be playing Xenogears here soon. But yeah, I'm just really, really excited, and hopeful that we can get the younger generation to at least acknowledge and to dive into the library a little bit as far as for these games, for, you know, that really make it kind of the best, you know, the best of the best, you know. And there's some, you know, as far as for you know, like our old GameStop days, you know, around 2006, 7 and whatnot, and a little bit like those are some great years for games too that I hope those kids dive into as well. Like for my Odin 2 Portal I was showing you, dude, I was playing Borderlands 2 on this thing, and I was like getting into Borderlands 2 again. I was like, yo, I forgot how fun this fucking game is, you know what I mean? Like with
Borderlands
like
2 is a goat, man.
It's so fun. Like yeah, and I was like, oh shit, I said this device can play Borderlands 2, and like I might play like a lot more of it, you know, as throughout this week, but I was just like, man, some good fucking games this at that time.
I'm gonna send you a video. There's this video this guy made of like kids these days don't know gaming cred. They're like they're trying to say they got street cred because they got farther and Flappy Birds, but it's like, okay, but you never jumped on the Hydra's back in Kingdom Hearts 2. You never fought you never watched Sephiroth fucking kill your friend. You know what I mean? You know, it's like all these like milestones of gaming. Like, oh, you're like Borderlands 2. Oh,
Killing the Colossi and Shadow of the Colossus, like some real shit, you know, like
never dealing with some of the greatest villains in gaming. Handsome Jack, Far Cry 3, BioShock 1. So there's this, there's a video I'll send it to you. There's this video this guy made of like said ranting just like kids nowadays don't know street cred. Like, oh cool, you play NBA 2, you know, you play NBA You play NBA 2K Online. Okay, cool. How many times did it take you to survive the tutorial in Dark Souls 1? Wrong. Some of us never beat it. Fuck you. You're lying. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So good stuff. Good stuff. As far as you're just kind of leaning more into some, I guess, some additional updated news for what's been going on recently. We have Asha Sharma, so she's the new CEO of Xbox. And first, it was just kind of chatter online as far as for like saying the right things to get customer engagement up. But now there's actually some moves being made here bit by bit. And one of the big moves that everyone's talking about right now is the Game Pass price cut. This article here I'm looking at specifically is msn.com. I'll drop it in the chat. But so this is the start of some actual moves kind of being made, if you will. But I'll read this off. It says, Asha Sharma, newly appointed CEO of Xbox, quickly rolled back last year's 50% Game Pass hike, dropping Ultimate tier from $29.99 to $22.99. He also had the policy of launching new Call of Duty games on Game Pass at release. For sustainable economics and stronger differentiation, these decisions mark a sharp departure from Phil Spencer's approach, signaling a willingness to challenge more core strategies of the past. I don't think that's fair, but I'll go into details why that is. It says you're continuing. Sharma scrapped the Xbox gaming model in favor of simpler gamer focus. Xbox identity, a move frame from both symbolic and strategic. The We Are Xbox message emphasizes unity across hardware, content, services, and player experience, while making the brand more recognizable and less corporate. This rebrand also revised Xbox's image as a challenger, echoing an underdog energy from the original Xbox and Xbox 360 eras. Goes on here a little more as far as let me talk about this last part. Actually, these other two parts are something to talk about. But one of them is why exclusivity and engagement are back in focus. Sharma is reevaluating Xbox's stance on exclusivity. Windowing releases and integrating AI, I'm not sure to what degree, potentially reversing the trend of releasing first-party games widely on rival platforms. Success metrics are shifting from pure sales to daily active users, underscoring a focus on engagement over raw numbers. This could restore faith in Xbox as a platform while building a flexible ecosystem across console, PC, mobile, and cloud. It says what's next? There is a Discord partnership and Game Pass expansion. The leaked partnership of Discord will introduce Game Pass Starter Edition free for Discord Nitro subscribers, offering over 50 games and 10 hours of cloud streaming monthly. I'll stop there. But so I have a whole thing to talk about when it comes to this, right? So the Xbox Game Pass price reduction, to me, reminds me of like when I first got Spectrum internet, right? Remember? I know you're gonna know what I'm referring to here.
First month is this much.
First month, yeah, first month, man, $39.99. I was like, hey, $40 internet, that's not a big deal. Yo, God, let's do this. And then the price went up bit by bit, and then almost to the point where it was almost 50% more expensive than it was. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here, right? So while this isn't a direct, equivalence to that, but they also said that Call of Duty would be available for the following year, right? Yeah. And the following year, Xbox Helix is rumored to release. Oh, yeah. So that just tells me this is like a welcome back We Are Xbox promotion. And my theory is that they're going to raise the Game Pass back up because because if Call of Duty was the reason why, if there's a reason why that it reduced, and if it comes back, they kind of have to reduce it unless they make additional changes to the Game Pass model. But I think there's only going to be so much wiggle room that Sharma has before Matt Booty kind of slaps her hand and says, no, we can't do that. And also this article is interesting because I feel like it's not fair to put a lot of that on Phil Spencer, like he did that. There was a point in time where we kind of realized, okay, he's not making decisions anymore.
No.
Right? You know what I mean? So, and Matt Booty is responsible for a lot of this bullshit. They want to throw it on Sarah Bond. A lot of it is Matt Booty's bullshit too. But yeah, as far as for the Microsoft gaming thing, I don't think Phil Spencer woke up in the middle of the night and said, Microsoft Gaming. And changed the name, you know. So I think they're kind of giving him shit unnecessarily. So, but there's also some other weird stuff too, which kind of leads into the other topic on the show. But the whole Discord merge, if you will, to Game Pass. You know, Discord has been on fire, you know, in the media recently as far as for the issues of this whole age verification stuff that's been going around, as far as like forcing people to upload their IDs and shit.
Big brother, man. Hey, you want to use this? Hey, you want to use Discord? Yeah, we're going to treat using Discord and buying alcohol the same fucking way.
You know what I mean? So it's, it's a lot of weird 1984 shit. So, you know, because Sony was in the
Wake up, Samurai! We have a Discord server to burn.
You know, like Sony was on fire recently for some game DRM stuff, and then also some age verification stuff that they'll allegedly be instituting, you know, this fall or whatever the case may be. And that's a whole other concern in itself that I have, but. It sounds like Xbox will go into that path as well. They're just not really talking about it, and people will find out, you know, and they will be pissed off, you know.
In Europe, they have to because it's a European law.
Right? Yeah, UK law. Yeah.
Did you hear how a lot of people were getting around it in the UK by showing faces from characters from Gary's mod? They were showing video game characters. They were showing.
That's hilarious.
Yep.
That's hilarious. Yeah, man. And then, I could also see people just using AI to make fake IDs to put on the webcam as well. Some shit like that.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Back in the day, it was like, yeah, hey, your buddy's got a fake ID for what? Buying beer? Man, my buddy's got a fake ID for what? So you go log in a Discord? What the, like, dude.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Like,
it's fucking
it's like,
nuts,
okay,
bro.
hey, I've seen these. Hey, we're talking about AI and Skynet. I feel like we're going less into the Skynet timeline and, like I said, more like the Night City fucking 1984 Big Brother timeline.
Yeah, man. But back to Game Pass. You know, while Game Pass is cheaper. That's cool. That doesn't do anything to me for me personally. You know, Game Pass PC being $13.99. That's cool. But I'm not really fucking with Xbox really anymore unless they really give a shit about their exclusives again. And then also I'm going to keep a really close eye on this whole age verification situation too. Because right now, I'm leaning towards just staying on PC. You know what I mean? I'm really leaning on just staying on PC, especially it pisses me off too because, slight tangent. But the PS6 situation, like, I would love to buy a handheld PS6 because that's the alleged situation where the PS6 is a handheld, but it can be docked. I would love that, but I ain't buying shit. Folks,
Joe loves docking.
Hey man, dock it all day, but I ain't buying shit. If you're gonna force me to upload my ID, like, go fuck yourself. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I am not doing that shit. So like. Yeah, I'm like, this is why I started playing PC heavily 6 years ago, you know, where I was just like, yeah, I don't think I want to buy a PS5. I'm not really impressed with this shit. And then like we kind of stopped playing Xbox and we sold our Xboxes after Tango Studios was fired because Matt Booty was a cocksucker. So it's like, you know, like, hey, we gotta let you guys go. It's just not working out or whatever the case may be. It's like you just let go of a perfectly good studio, even though like, you know, Hi-Fi Rush was one of the Game Awards. I think, it got nominated for Game Awards. It was known to be sold well, but you still let them go. Like, you didn't have to let them go. I'm sorry.
Tango Studios and Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah. I'm like, that is ridiculous, you know? So, yeah, I am not a fan of him, obviously. But Arthur, let me know your thoughts on this Game Pass hike. I know I don't know the answer to this, but does this swoon you one way or the other? And what are kind of your thoughts when it comes to the future of the return of Xbox? Well, We Are Xbox. How does that make you feel?
First off, when I think of swoon, I think of replaced. Drill. So far, the demo is really fun. For those of you video watchers, like Arthur's looking down a lot. Yeah, because
Good man.
I'm playing my Steam. I'm playing my Steam Deck. My co-host correctly talking about Xbox.
Not even mad. Not even mad.
Sure. I wasn't paying attention enough, Terrell. I'm kind of stuck. I don't know how to open a garage door or something. I'm stuck. Xbox. People are giving it praise. I'm not. Why? It's like, it's like, hey guys. They said they're gonna give us a cheeseburger. They took away a cheeseburger, and now they're giving us sort of the cheeseburger we asked for. Because mind you, the prices they loaded to Drill are still higher than what they were. And again, this is temporary. People have recognized people have shit memories. Having a decent memory in this day and age, it's like a curse because it feels like you're drinking crazy juice. People are like, it's like again, it's like when we were talking like early on, Drill, with one of our previous co-hosts, we were talking about like live service games, how it's like all these games have died, and they're like, no, games don't die. And we're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Games die all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And we're just like, we're taking crazy pills because people don't remember this shit. Give it a year or two, people are going to forget. Not only that, too, give it a year or two, Drill, because guess what? The market's going to market, and other companies are going to raise their prices. Oh, Netflix is raising their price. HBO's raising their price. Paramount's raising their price. Peacock's raising their prices. Hulu's raising their prices. And eventually, by the time Xbox does it, oh, everyone else is doing it. We have to. I don't know, man. Like I said, it's like they lowered it, not to what it was. They say AI is not going to be a focus. The head of the previous AI is in charge of the whole everything. You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah. It's like make that make sense.
Yeah. Project Helix again. Oh, new Xbox console. Who's going to afford it? Like again, put it this way, Drill. We're getting to the prices that kept people away from introductory PC gaming 2 years ago. This is the pricing we're at now for consoles. So if the reason people weren't getting into like myself, introductory PC gaming because I don't want to spend $1,000 or more, cool. That's where there's no way Helix, and if the PlayStation 6 is an actual console, not a handheld, but an actual console, no way it's not close to $1,000. No fucking way. So I don't know. Like people are saying Xbox is back. I'm like, with what? Like, is our bar so low where they're back because they lowered their prices? Xbox isn't fucking back. Where's Halo? Where's Gears of where's Gears of War? Like, people are saying E-Day's coming. Put it this way, Drill. Think of the Master Chief collection when it first launched. Drill, the Gears of War remake has come and gone. No one gave a shit. Like we were talking about playing.
Yeah. Have that reason is because you have to be online. Like you have to be online, like to play the game in general. Just like, what the fuck is this shit? Yeah.
It's like, again, they say Xbox is back. It's like, to what? A year ago? Not its prime. Not fucking Halo 2 days. Not fucking Gears of War 3. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's cool. It went back to a year ago, which was still what? It was post Redfall. There's no such thing as an Xbox exclusive anymore. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. People are giving Xbox's praises. I don't see it. I'm not trying to be like a fucking negative, but it's like, lower the prices to what they were a year ago, then we could say we're back. So it doesn't make sense to be like, if they were $19.99, actually no, if it was like $15 $19.99, what they were, and now it's back to now it's down to 22. Hey guys, well, where we're at. That's not how fucking numbers work. That's not, if the fucking dollar menu used to be a fucking dollar, and they say we're back. Hey, it's $3. Yeah, but it's lower, so we're back. Now that's not how numbers work. It's not. It's like, okay, if it was the dollar menu, and you say you're back, and it's $3, then we're not back. We're not back. It's an improvement, But like that's I don't know. It's probably I don't know, Drill, if it's just clickbait for either YouTube videos or whatever hack of game journalists is saying they're back. Like I said, they're not. They.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going in circles. 'Cause I don't know how to expand more on something. I think it's just foundationally not true. Like.
Yeah, I think one thing too that no journalist or nobody is really asking Asha Sharma in these fucking like whatever interviews, even just to call it that. No one's asking the main question, like the elephant in the fucking room. Hey, can your Helix console play Steam games? No one's asking that. Like any conversation that you have by some like dog licking like motherfucker, like talking to Phil Spencer, talking to Asha Sharma, no one has yet to ask, can this Xbox Project Helix console, can you play your Steam games? Can I log into Steam on Project Helix and play Steam games? No one's asked that. And so it's just, you know, we don't even know what this thing is you're going to have access to in general. Right? That's just a whole other conversation in itself. So yeah, I just don't buy it. I don't, you know, we've seen too much bullshit come across our faces and I just don't buy the shit they're trying to feed us. Like I just don't. Like I will say, like, yeah, it's cool that they raised it lower, but not low enough because it was much lower before. But when it comes to Project Helix and all this other stuff, like, hey, like let's have a real conversation. How are you really going to say we are Xbox? How are you really, what are you going to do about your exclusives? What is the timeline for that? You know, what is the plan in that particular regard? Like, we need the, like, if you like, and if you like, that's the part is like, don't even talk about exclusivity if you have nothing to make exclusive. What do you make exclusive that people want to play at this point?
And here's the thing for me too, Drill. Again, kind of a memory longer than a fucking week. This is off the fucking tail skirts of the State of Decay 3 developers saying we are not a part of the State of Decay 3 reveal. Like the biggest thing about the State of Decay reveal was zombie animals, but because Xbox is back, what we now know is Xbox hired a third-party team to just make a fucking trailer, a CGI reveal trailer. And what we know now is, the biggest point of the trailer was CGI. The biggest reveal of the State of Decay 3 trailer was zombie animals. And the devs are like, no, that's not in the game. They're good. They pulled an Anthem. Here's the thing too, Drill. Xbox is back. Fable still looks like shit. Hey guys, let's make an RPG. Who should we get to make an RPG? Hey Forza, you're used to making cars. Can you make people? What? You're on the job. And so the makers of Forza are making Fable. I don't know how much I forget if we talked about on the show or mainly just like in our side chat. But Joe, you can tell that Fable scrapped together a character creation system. The game was meant to have that one girl with the angry face as main character. That there's and another reason you can kind of like there's like kind of all these like telltale signs of how like they just scrapped together character creator is the male character walk and the female character walk are the same. They never wrote in code or mechanics for a different type of character, body shape, body type. It's all slim waist figure. So you can just tell, like, yeah, the whole game was meant to be around that one girl in the trailer as the main character and not creating your own character in a Fable game. Another thing to draw with Fable, like we talked about this too, it's like there's no good or bad. We don't believe in necessary good or evil. Like that's the point. I want to be evil or I want to be good.
Yeah. Why am I playing this game if I can't? If none of my choices make any sense? Like have any consequences? You know, why even play this game? Like just to look at the sites, like kick ducks. Like what?
Like I said, man, coming off of Steam spring sales, for people to say Xbox is back because they lowered a subscription by $7. Jesus Christ, is that how low the fucking bar has gotten? $7 less. Xbox is back, baby. Halo still sucks. Fable's gonna suck. Everything around Xbox is burning. $7. I just, what are we talking about?
Right.
Guys, we got a $7 discount. Treat it for what it is. A discount. And again, people are like, well, they said this. Well, they said this. And they said this. Cool. Wait until that shit gets delivered. Hey, Joe, remember when they said Redfall was going to be good? Remember when they said, remember when they, like I said, that
was the beginning of the downfall of Phil Spencer. I was like, damn, Phil, you fucked that up bad.
I just can't, to my gut, cannot give praise because, well, a corporate person said this. A corporate person said this. You believe them. You believe them. Okay. Cool. So, like I said, is it horrible? No, I'm not fully shitting on the situation. Just more of everyone that's just like the crowd of a shit memory that forgot how much Game Pass was a year ago to be like, we're back. Oh. We're close to it, but we're not back. Like I said, I still remember my dollar menu. I still remember my $15, $20 Game Pass, not $20, 22. And that's the thing too, Drill. We're back. Our ads going to be out of game. Our ads going to be removed from the lower tiers of Game Pass? No. Timed releases going to be removed from the lower tiers of Game Pass? No. But we're back. We're back, guys. If you don't have the newest, if you don't have the highest tier of Game Pass, you can't play day one. But we're back. So that just like, again, if it's clickbait, cool. I haven't clicked your videos. I see the title and I just scroll through and be like, idiot. It's like, we're back to when? Again, like I said, if they got rid of the tier subscription and just had console and PC version like it was, then we could say we're back. If they took away ads, then we can say we're back. Until they do, it's a fucking discount. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Definitely.
So, Joe, to answer your question, do I believe Xbox is back? Shocker. No.
Right. Exactly. Steam controller. This announced Steam controller is going to be out May 4th, $100. And obviously this is leading up to the Steam Machine and Steam Frame to soon follow. At least the Steam controller met the early 2026 time frame of release, and there's a lot of people that were kind of speculating that they were going to do this, that they were going to release the controller first and then the Steam Machine afterwards. So I'm glad that they did that. I was thinking that they were going to do that. But let me ask you, one, are you thinking about copping the Steam controller? And then two, are you excited for the Steam Machine and Steam Frame?
I am not excited for the Steam Machine, only because I have a PC and handheld. Again, I have the Gabe Cube, the Steam Machine. I think it's smart. I think exactly what we called it for. I think it's for console players that want to get in the PC. And I will say this, Joel, because again, I am not the biggest tech savvy guy, so I do fucking hate to the pit of my soul how you can't buy a PC, take it home, turn it on, and it fucking works. I fucking hate that, because that's how consoles work. You open the box, you plug it in, you plug in your power cord, you plug in your Ethernet, you plug in your controller wire, you turn it on, you log in with your account, you set up your account, you download an update, and you're off to the races. PCs? Nope. You gotta do all this Windows bullshit. You gotta change your security settings. Remember, Joe, I couldn't download shit because Windows 11's default security system doesn't let you download anything. I still hate my first impression to PCs. It's just like, well, everyone's just supposed to know this. Nothing I experienced of why I couldn't just get home my PC and turn it on is in any of the 4 fucking manuals they gave me. I got a fucking manual on how to change the color of my mouse. Cool. help me turn this on first. Like help me like remember Joel was like nothing's turning on. You're like, oh yeah, it needs its own outlet because it eats that much electricity. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean? It's like, yeah, it needs its own entire outlet because it's gonna eat up that much power. I'm like, thanks, your
because your 4090, your 4070 Ti, it's like 900 watts.
Hey,
So it's like there's only so much that'll fit into the wall. But yeah, you're right. It's like, how was you supposed to know that, right?
Yeah, how the fuck am I supposed to know that? So I think the Steam Machine, the GameCube, is gonna be, again, I think it's gonna be a great way for gamers to get away from consoles and into PC. While we're talking, I have Steam open. Slay the Spire 2, by the way, we're talking about that. $25. Go buy it. Hey, want to know best place to buy it? On Steam. Where's a good place to buy it? On Steam? Steam Machine, when it eventually comes out. And so the Steam controller. I'm not gonna buy it only because I'm pretty good with accessories. Another thing, Drill, is I have my own third-party controller. Remember, I got it on sale because remember, I traded in my Xbox like everyone else should. I traded in my Xbox and got a ton of shit for my Steam wallet. And then I also bought 2 controllers. So they're working out. I will say this, for the Steam controller, let me actually look it up in the Steam, actually from the Steam site. So it's $90. If that price shocks you, I guess if that price shocks me, Drill, that must be the person that must not be paying attention to Elite controllers, because Xbox has Elite controllers more expensive than this. The touchpads below the thumbsticks, I think, is a good touch. For Xbox users, this will be new. For PS5 users, it will not. Like I said, Drill, I think that one thing that's awesome on the PS5, Drill, is when you play Helldivers, you can scroll the map with the touchpad. So that's how on a PS5 controller, it's so much easier to run away from death while looking at the map to know if you're running into another patrol or not, if you're going off the edge of the map, if you're going to another outpost. So I think that's gonna be really nice. I'm kind of confused how they're branding it. Something is called the Steam Controller Puck. The USB cable enables plug and play, wireless connection, easy magnetic charging. So I guess it's like its charge system.
Yeah, I think you can charge up to 4 controllers, I think, through that puck or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it now. But it does have USB-C capabilities. So it does have, even though it's a magnetic charger, like kind of like the newer smartphones. One thing, Joe, that I'm actually kind of, as I'm reading more into this, I think they took a lot of inspiration from PS5 controllers, Drill, because they have grip enabled gyro, where, quote, it's a new input for Steam controller that enables gyro with capacitive touch and release to enable and disable the gyro aiming. So the gyro aiming, well, like PS5, remember, Joel, you've seen games where you have to literally tilt the controller to do shit. This controller can do that. And I think there's a lot of, that's one thing when it came to the classic console war of Xbox versus PlayStation, the DualShock 5 was such a better fucking controller than Xbox. Now, ergonomically, you can say the Xbox controller is maybe a little more comfortable in your hand because it's bigger, but there are so many features of the PS5 controller. Remember, Joel, my big fucking head? I didn't have to wear headphones because the controller has a speaker and a microphone.
Oh yeah, really good. Has a really good speaker microphone.
Has a really good microphone. You guys thought I got a new headset. Drill, I'm playing like this. The controller is like on my gut. It's like double the distance, triple from my mic to my face on the controller. You're like, Arthur, you sound really good. You have a new headset. I'm like, it's a fucking controller. So the PS5 controller, has a mic, has a headset, has the touchpad, has the rumble, it has the haptic feedback, which I actually don't like. I turn that shit off because it feels like you're gonna break the controller.
Yeah, it's a little overkill.
That's one feature they could just fucking get rid of. or not have it default on. How about that? But what I'm saying is, so I think people that go from Xbox to Steam, it may be a little bit of a learning curve for them, but like myself, once you get used to it, it's for the better. The touchpad is a great system. The gyro control, like I said, Drill. Like I said, it's from the days of old Drill. How many of us were playing Sega Racing, Gran Turismo back in the day, and like, whoa, whoa. So,
Yeah.
so again, the fact it's in a controller. Oh,
It has TMR joysticks, which is a big plus too. Longevity there.
Hold up, Drill. The controller works with the Steam Deck.
Of course it does, my friend.
Oh, do I?
Of course it does.
Will that be a future Arthur present to myself?
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. Fuck, that's actually might be a game. You can also you can customize the input. I think that's something a lot of people are, again, Xbox and console users are not used to. That you can map shit. Remapping a controller is such a big deal. Looking at you, Crimson Desert. So mapping shit's really cool. So Steam controller plays well wherever Steam is. PC, Steam Deck, Steam Machine, Steam Frame. Not gonna lie, not gonna lie. That Steam Deck compatibility, that's pretty cool. Now I know you're saying, Arthur, the Steam Deck's a controller itself. It's like, but it's a hybrid. Like, Drill, you get it. It's like, I don't want to sit.
Yeah, it's nice to dock it every now and again. You know what I mean? Like, and play it up to your TV or whatever if you want to, or just whatever. You know.
Wait.
You can dock it to your TV. Yeah, you can dock it to your TV and use a controller and play. You can make that a Steam machine.
Wait. Again, learning curve. Again, PC assumes a lot of shit. Can I hook up my Steam Deck to my TV?
You absolutely can. You just need, there's some cheap docks on Amazon, but yeah, you just connect the USB-C. It can also do video out, so you can connect it to your TV.
What?
And then play shit on
your.
Your.
Like an adapter, like a USB-C to HDMI or something?
Yes. Yeah, you'll need some type of adapter.
Or you're saying the docking does it automatically. The docking.
Yeah, the docking will have all the IOs. Yeah, but yeah, you can do that too, man.
Oh.
Yes, sir. So a lot of people dock their Steam Deck too. Yeah,
I have not. I'm learning things live. Wait, what?
Yeah,
my Steam Deck can. Okay, I'm gonna do some Googling and I'm gonna ask for some Amazon links or Walmart links to get sent in the group chats. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a Steam Deck dock. I should just send it to you. Because it has HDMI, and then it has 2 USB ports, and then it has a charge thing so you can charge it as it's docking. I can just send that to you so you don't spend money if you want. Because I'm gonna buy Steam Deck eventually again because I fucking miss it and I shouldn't have sold my other one. But in the meantime, I can send this one to you that I have, and it has a kickstand too, so it can lean back.
Sorry, this is why for listeners, this is why I don't play poker. It's very obvious. Sorry, when we play games, when I stream or play games with my buddies, it's very obvious to know, like, Arthur, what loot did you get? It's purple. You know what I mean? Versus like, Arthur got a gray piece of loot. Yeah, it was fucking gray. Ooh, that's a blue or purple. Versus, oh shit, Arthur got a legendary. Yeah, there's tones, there's tears to it. So as we were saying, the Steam controller, the fact for Steam Deck users like myself that may not know, you can hook up to the TV. I may look at this.
Yeah, man, definitely.
If you drill, if you ship me the Steam Deck. Okay, question for you. Sorry, this totally pivoting to just an us shit. The Steam controller is wireless.
Yeah.
So I can play indie Steam shit off my Steam Deck on my TV from my couch.
Yes, sir.
We are living in fun, expensive times. I'm so glad I bought my Steam Deck.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's a great investment. It's a great fucking investment, bro. Yeah. So yeah.
So
yeah, because I was like, damn, I kind of want to do that with my setup. Yeah.
So yeah, so the Steam controller, I recommend it, and I will let you know.
There you go.
Also, sorry, Joel, I just checked. Steam Decks are still out of stock.
Yeah. I'm
That's
hoping.
crazy.
It is crazy. It is crazy. I'm hoping they'll be available May 4th. I'm thinking that they'll have a couple available. I mean, they're going to go like lightning fast, but I'll have to have the lightning, typing in all my shit. But I'm hoping they'll have some available May 4th as well on the refurbished. So
I can play modded Cyberpunk from my Steam Deck onto my TV and my controller.
Yes, sir. Well, damn, I always want to end the show right here because I mean everything else we kind of talked about a little bit. But anything else that you wanted to talk about here for the show? I think that's a good way to end it. I don't talk about the other things.
I don't know. Hold please. I meant to mute my mic. No, man, just like I said, I'm just really happy that, like I said, I set myself a goal on Sunday where I was like, okay, I'm gonna do one giant fucking gaming day. And again, as we say, most common age for gamers. That's rare, man. When we have a whole ass life or and family and work, just having one fucking gaming day, it's not always easy. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the fact I gotta spend it playing my PC, my lovely PC, it's blue. I mean, it changes colors from blue, purple, and green because I set the color change. And, there you go. And yeah, man, like I said, just as much as that long history of talking about indie in the show, and to just have that revitalized, like replace indie with any form of entertainment that's your thing. You know what I mean? To get into movies because you fell in love with low budget movies, and all of a sudden just something happens and you have an A24 marathon. That's a good fucking day. You know what I mean? Same thing. You're just like, man, Coachella's happening, but Coachella's no longer a music festival. People only go to Coachella to say they went to Coachella. That's all it's fucking become. It's no longer about the music. It's no longer about it's just more about, look at me, I went to Coachella, la-di fucking da. But and like I said, it's going, imagine that, and all of a sudden you just fall in love with not one, but in my case, 8 new indie artists, and it just reinvigorates why you like that subgenre, why you like all that. And that was myself on Sunday after fucking 8 hours straight of gardening. My hands are still sore, by the way, from just tilling all day, and digging some post holes with a fucking auger. Just yeah, I definitely got my workout for the weekend. But yeah, man, looking forward to cooping more. Absolutely. Definitely, I'm doing my best to not have my couch defeat me and soak up my energy like the vampire discs. For those of you that are under the age of 30, what happens is you clock out of work, you want a game, and then you sit in a comfy chair, or you sit in a comfy couch, and then you start to fall asleep. Or you do what we talk about all the time, where it's you enter this limbo state where you're too tired to play games, but not tired enough to fall asleep right then and there. Just you just watching YouTube or Netflix or some shit. So I need to do my best to have my couch not absorb my soul every time I clock out of work, which is a challenge upon itself. All right, we're almost 40, man. That shit's getting hard.
It definitely is. It definitely is.
But Kimi, honestly, Drill, I wouldn't say no. keep me. I'll send you an address. 'Cause remember, I have like two residential and shipping, so
Yeah.
I'll send that to you.
Cool.
Keep me posted, and dude, I'm totally down to like coop something off either PC or
Yeah.
TV. Steam Deck TV.
There you go. All right, folks. We're gonna let you guys go here. But again, Gamers for Life podcast each and every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, discussing all of these games. I'm one of your hosts, Jarrell. With me is Autis Fauctus.
That's me.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time.